Yep, we're on an anchor. We're staying right where we are. Do you see those birds right there? They're called cormorants. Fishing is a real special time for my son and I. It's a time we can really get out one-on-one, away from all the distractions, spend some quality time together. The Delaware Bay is important commercially and recreationally, but for those of us that live here, it's so much more. It's our home.
The Delaware Bay and River estuary system are very important to all of our lives. Wildlife need that whole system to survive, and we as people enjoy it a great deal for a number of personal recreational reasons.
The wetlands for birds, fish, people's recreation, we're dedicated to it, to keep the river pristine.
These are the voices of the Delaware Bay and Rivers, a community of people who live and work here. To thousands, the Delaware is a virtual lifeline, providing access to vital areas of commerce and a rich backdrop for daily life. These people also share the waterways with important fish and wildlife. Maintaining clean and safe waters is one essential step in preserving the lifestyle we have all learned to enjoy. As our bays and rivers become more populated and commercial traffic increases, the need for responsive oil spill recovery also increases. This is the mission of the Delaware Bay and River Cooperative, a partner on the Delaware River. The Delaware Bay and River Cooperative, commonly known as the DBRC, was founded by oil and oil transportation companies to provide emergency oil spill containment and recovery services to the Delaware Bay area and all navigable sections of the Delaware and Schuylkill rivers. The DBRC works with community organizations and industry all along the Delaware Bay, responding to emergency calls. The DBRC's skills and contingency plans are a fast and efficient link in responsible action. Captain Richard Tweedy of the U.S. Coast Guard.
It's very important that all levels of government cooperate with industry to respond to any oil spills that may occur in the Delaware Valley here. The cooperative spirit in planning for oil spills here in the Delaware Valley is typified by DBRC. Keeping the river free of hazardous substances is extremely important. It's important to the fishermen, their livelihood depends on it. It's important to the recreational boater, and it's important to everybody that lives along the river.
In addition to the Coast Guard, the DBRC works closely with other federal agencies and officials from Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Quick response is crucial to the protection of delicate wildlife habitat, which is haven to thousands of indigenous and migratory wildlife. Lynn Frink, president of Tri-State Bird Rescue and Research.
Oil spills, major oil spills, are a crisis, and the effects of oil on wildlife can be very dramatic and very devastating. When that happens, the attention of everybody is on that particular spill, and everybody tries at that moment to do the best they can to help the animals and to clean up the oil. But oil spill response doesn't work that way. It works behind the scene for years and years and years, where groups like the Delaware Bay and River Cooperative or Tri-State are slowly and patiently developing the response protocols and keeping them in shape. The reason the spills aren't worse than they are is because there are groups like these that wait and plan and respond quickly. And the Delaware Bay and River Cooperative deserves a tremendous amount of credit. They're always there, every day, all year long.
Responsive action is also vital to the welfare of thousands of residents of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware.
Of course, the Delaware Bay is important commercially and recreationally, but for those of us that live here, it's so much more. It's our home. It's where I've chosen to live and to raise my family. As a marine chemist, I know how fragile the ocean ecosystem can be and how diligently we have to work to protect what we have. Of course, we hope that we never have to call on the Del River or any of these facilities, but accidents can and will happen, and it's very reassuring to know that there are facilities and trained personnel ready to deal with it when and if it does occur.
Preparedness is the nature of the DBRC. The golden rule, practice makes perfect, is no less true for the DBRC. Crews get hands-on experience in the form of spill drills.
Good morning, Del River. Okay, where?
These drills are modeled after actual spill situations, giving crews valuable deployment experience. The DBRC works with leading-edge technology and equipment to respond to oil spill emergencies. Proud owner of 2 modern cleanup vessels and various support vessels, the DBRC fleet does the comparative work of a small army, quickly delivering equipment and crew to spill sites. The 166-foot Del River is a state-of-the-art response vessel. She is the most sophisticated in her class and the flagship of the DBRC fleet. Time is often the most critical factor in responsible, effective oil spill recovery. The Del River's powerful engines, capable of reaching a speed of 12 knots, helps her reach her destination quickly. The Del River uses skimming systems called row booms. 2 arm-like booms extend from the ship and skim the water from either side. These skimmers are capable of recovering up to 800 gallons of oil per minute. Twin propellers and bow thrusters help the Del River maneuver the booms during the recovery process. The Del Bay is a 68-foot skimming vessel, which has been part of the DBRC fleet since 1979. The Del Bay uses a recovery system called Dynamic Inclined Plane, or DIP. With its bow open, the ship draws contaminated water into the vessel. Utilizing natural buoyant forces, the oil is separated from the water and contained in a collection well. The cleaned water passes through the ship and out the back. The Del Bay can recover up to 500 gallons of oil per minute. The DBRC fleet is rounded out by support vessels used to protect the vast wetlands which are spawning and feeding areas of the Delaware Bay estuaries. These areas are safeguarded by deploying booms to prevent the entry of pollutants. In addition to their own deployment equipment, the DBRC also supplies member organizations with on-site containment and recovery equipment. In the event of an accident, this equipment is available for immediate use as emergency plans are put into action. Crews begin training in the classroom, where they learn oil spill contingency plans, the framework for an actual emergency response. Contingency plans create a strategy for efficient deployment of assorted oil containment and recovery equipment. Through an established communications network, the DBRC is prepared for fast and effective work with the oil industry and the Coast Guard in response to specific requests. The moment a call comes in, plans are set into motion. Rehearsing these plans, in conjunction with the spill drills, help personnel become part of a team, the first step to successful recovery. Immediate response can often mean the difference between saving or destroying precious ecological habitat. The DBRC is on call, day and night, year-round, to protect the community of people who enjoy living and working on the Delaware Bay. Since 1981, the DBRC has dedicated itself to the preservation of waterways and wetlands. Funded by members of the petroleum and petroleum transportation industries, the DBRC has become a force, working in cooperation with people who live and work on the Delaware Bay. Gene Johnson, manager of the Delaware Bay and River Cooperative.
The Delaware Bay and River area is extremely important to everybody that lives in and around it, that works here. We have to be concerned about the sensitive nature of the ecology we live in. I would typify DBRC as being a partnership by the fact that we have made a commitment to the communities, to the people that live in and around the Bay River, to be ready to respond to the event that may never occur. We hope it never occurs, but we at DBRC have the commitment to always be ready if we are ever needed.
In 1609, Henry Hudson discovered the Delaware Bay. Today, we continue to discover the value of the Delaware. The more we benefit from its rich resources, the more our efforts are needed to preserve the legacy that was left for us. The DBRC is just one link in the preservation process. an organization of concerned men and women who hope to enlighten the people it serves and prevent possible problems. This process requires a collaborative effort from all of us who live, work, and use the Delaware Bay and rivers.
When it's quiet, we have time to think about when we're not training. The thing that goes through my mind is children, for some reason, the future generation. I'm 36 and I've seen so much uncaring. Now it's different. Everybody's caring. And I'm in the main part of that. I'm in the mainstream. That's what I think about. The good that we will be doing, that we have been doing.
It's nice and quiet out here, isn't it? It's nice.
The DBRC tries to give back what the waterways give freely by ensuring its survival for everything and everyone who has come to count on it. The DBRC, your partner on the Delaware River.